Uh-huh. Yesterday I spent a little time looking at the monthly statement of the public debt of the United States. Yes, as of March 31st of 2019. Yeah. Uh-huh. I had made a Facebook post where I said, well, when you decided, right, to commit the fraud of issuing two reference numbers, state of Washington, in fact, each state of the United States, I just decided to look at exactly how this taxation of the population is used to support the actual government. Yes. Now, there's what's known as the debt held by the public. Yes, the bills, the notes, the bonds. 15,910,365,000,000. Yeah. Then we have some intergovernmental holdings of 28,553,000,000. Yes. But the total outstanding amount of debt is at 22 trillion. Yes. Um, $27 billion. Mhm. Now, when you look at the debt limit of the federal government, yes. I know we call it the debt ceiling, as if it made any difference what we call it. Yes. It's currently at 21,987,706,000,000. Yeah. Now, if you just go through the Bureau of the Fiscal Service, right? In fact, why don't you give me all the employees of the Bureau of the United States Treasury? I made mention of a little class action lawsuit where I'm the lead plaintiff, where it seemed that the federal government, through the United States Treasury, could take any tax refund that I might be owed. Yes. Now, I know I tell you two reference numbers happens to be a fraud, and you as a county and state refuse to enforce the laws. And I thought, well, I'm going to have a huge $100 billion class action lawsuit. Well, I was looking through all those deadbeat dads that didn't pay. Mhm. And I just wanted to know, did you do what the requirements of due process are to be able to collect child support? Yes. Because the Treasury Department has the authority of law to collect any owed child support of any person issued a child support order. And it looks like a lot of the employees of the Treasury don't have time to fact check, yes, the actual due process requirements of law to be able to collect the actual child support owed. Now, when I informed the county, yes, that it's fraud to issue a dissolution of marriage where I didn't get notice of court hearings, and then it was fraudulent to say that you had the authority of law to dissolve a United Nations marriage certificate. Yes. And then it was fraud to not make sure that I got a notice of the actual dissolution itself. I didn't get a copy of it. Yes. And you said you sent it to general delivery, any post office in the United States of America. It actually is mail fraud for you to send any actual court document to a location that you know, yes, is not the actual residence of the individual. Pow. And then there are those two reference numbers, right, where you took $1.56. See, we're going to look at some of these laws because the truth of the matter is how many employees of the United States federal government have the availability of the time to make sure that each and every state that issues a court order for child support, yes, has done what is required by law, so that they would not be violating this Fair Debt Collection of 1996 right now. Now, it seems that the state employees, yes, have not made sure that the federal employees wouldn't be violating the federal laws when collecting child support payments. Pooh. Now, let's say you're an employee of the state of Washington. You're getting sued. Yes. Let's say you're an employee of child support services of each and every state of the United States. Oops, you're getting sued. Let's say you're an employee of each and every state government that thought, yes, that when you have knowledge of fraud and forgery, you have no legal obligation to obligate the state and county where the fraud took place to remove their fraud. Now, for those that are employees of the United States Treasury Department, yes, that collect. the actual child support owed from any court order of the United States of America, they actually are legally liable for any knowledge of the fraud of any state of this great nation right now. It's going to be a class action lawsuit where I name myself as a lead plaintiff. Yes, he is. Where I sue each and every state of the United States for not making sure that each of the courts have done what is required by law before issuing a permanent court order for child support. And the Treasury gets sued because right now, just get me the employees of the United States Treasury because I emailed them. In fact, I said they're going to prison. Now, this idea where you're going to use fraud, yes, to issue orders for child support, and you're going to use the United States Treasury to collect on those orders, yes. See, there's a big problem with this, and it seems that county employees don't understand, that state employees don't understand, that federal employees don't understand that when you commit the crime of fraud in any county of the United States, not only does it affect the individual states that have to enforce the full faith and credit of a court orders, yes, it affects the federal employees in the United States Treasury that are obligated, yes, to collect any child support orders that are owed by any person named as a party to any court case. Now, get me the fucking federal government right now. It is. See, I'm going to be the lead plaintiff, and I decided it was a class action lawsuit. Yes, because I documented it. Oh, right now.